What's up, guys? How's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 Super Nintendo games that you should all be playing if you have a chance to do so again, or if you've never played before. Uh, you will enjoy these games in 2019. I hope so. However, not everybody's going to agree on this list. I've shared it with a couple coworkers and friends and got very much varying results. But with that said, let's jump right in. The first game is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This game released actually on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. I prefer playing the Super Nintendo version, but that's a whole nother discussion. I will say that it is actually really hard. It is a challenging game, and you might appreciate that. It is a fair game, but it's an amazing experience to go back and play through. I wish games still had this level of comedy or relief in them. You know, it takes on these dark, serious tones, and it makes fun of, and it pokes fun at like a lot of scary movies and concepts and games, and it's kind of this creepy graveyard ghost zombie like movie wrapped up into a two-dimensional game, and it's just awesome. The second game on the list is one that maybe a few more of you know. It's a lot more lighthearted, has an amazing art style, and this game, of course, is Yoshi's Island, or Super Mario World 2, I think as some people call it, but nobody knows it for that. I never owned this game, but my mom would take me to the video store back when those were a thing. I'm old. 88. And we would rent this every single weekend, and it had like save files built into the cartridge, so I was always like hoping, like every time I'd rent it, that my save file was still there and nobody else erased it. And luckily it was, and I actually beat it. Yoshi's Island was kind of a variant of Mario in which you play as Yoshi or Yoshis, and you kind of carry baby Mario around through the world, and it had so many great elements of gameplay, tight mechanics, and it was just a fun, entertaining game. All around. The third game on my list, appropriately, has to be on this list because I don't know if you could make a top 5 SNES games without mentioning it. Super Mario Brothers 3, and I think that a lot of people know that it was not even originally a SNES game. It was like a remake from a NES build of the original Super Mario Brothers 3, and premiered on Super Mario's All-Stars, the collection. So it was like kind of like one of the first remakes that we ever got, and now we see them all the time. Mario Brothers 3 today still plays amazingly. The graphics look great, the sound is great, everybody knows the music, everybody recognizes it, the mechanics are solid, it's a great platformer, all kinds of different themes and such forth, and you can jump into it right now. Now, to be fair, that's a pretty obvious answer, but the next game, number 4, is one that maybe less people know about, but I wish they did. It's Final Fantasy VI, and it may be one of the greatest Final Fantasy games of all time. That's a bold statement, I understand it, but it took everything that the series had built upon and just perfected it in a lot of ways. Maybe not the greatest job system compared to 5, or the greatest storyline compared to 3. And of course, I don't know if I'm one of those guys that compares it to Final Fantasy 7 and so on, but this game told an amazing story. It took you on this deep and very powerful journey with these characters, and for a 2D pixel game to get you so emotionally attached, it was quite the feat. It has powerful moments to this day, and it was hard to pick this one off the list of other games. Final Fantasy V is a big one for me, Chrono Trigger, but if you're going to play an RPG on the Super Nintendo, play Final Fantasy VI, or as it is commonly known, Final Fantasy III in the United States, I suppose you should say. We could discuss that in another video. I'll play this game, it's so good. The final game is one you absolutely have to play if you're gonna pick up Super Nintendo for the first time, or just replaying and re-experiencing your childhood. You have to play this game. But before I tell you what that final game is, I actually had a list of runner-ups. After I talked to my friends and they hated my list and nobody could agree on it, There was a couple games that should be mentioned here. One is the Lost Vikings, and that game is so great. Super Metroid, of course, needs to be on here. It's not, but it's a runner-up. Mario Kart, of course. Star Fox, of course. Mario RPG. Chrono Trigger, I think we already talked about that one. And the list goes on. There's so many great Super Nintendo games. I tried to condense it down to 5 that I would recommend to somebody to play. Are you guys ready for number 1? This is the one game everybody should play or replay on Super Nintendo. You're not going to agree with this. Not everybody will. It's okay. But listen. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I said it. The game looks great, sounds great. It plays great. It holds up. It's challenging. It's approachable. I had dreams about this game when I was a kid. Now listen. You probably didn't agree with every single game on this list. And that's okay. I want to know in the comments. Tell me what your favorite 5 games or your favorite game from the Super Nintendo was. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this list. Let me know how much you love it or hate it. It's okay. I want to talk about it. I want to know what you guys like. I just want to talk about Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games. I love them. I'm passionate about them. And I hope to bring more of these type of videos to the channel, but I'm still, of course, expanding on this vlog and what I'm discussing, and I want to deep dive into some of these games also. So let me know what you think about them. If you enjoy the video, please like it. It really helps with the YouTube algorithms. I'm building up this channel, Not Famous, and I really want to really have a chance to engage with people that care about what I care about. So I'm trying not to just do viral videos. I'm trying to do videos that I would click on it when I'm scrolling through YouTube, and I spend way too much time on it myself. So you guys have a great evening. It's always a pleasure. We will see you again. Let me know what you want to see in the next video as well. And have a good night. Adios, amigos. What is up, my friends? How is it going? I have an interesting concept that I want to go over today, tonight, I should say. I need a better intro.